All right, we're in. We're started.
Okay, well, let's go. Fuck it.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Too Good Con universe. My name is Party Pete, and today I'm with TreyPewPew and San Mox 0x2.
That's right.
Thanks for that, Pete. It's actually TreyPewPew and San Rocks, just in case you don't actually know that.
Actually, it's that actually over your it's actually Sandro. Yeah, all right, it's Sandrox too. Whatever.
It is Sandro.
It's Sandrox too. I'll say it's Sandro X02, but whatever. It doesn't matter, man. It's all went downhill in my life when I was playing like Overwatch back in the old days, on my diamond days, and then some random called me Sandbox. It was like, you're a god, Sandbox, and I was just like, Sandbox.
All right.
Okay.
For those of you that are just joining us for the first time, first of all, welcome. Welcome to Con Universe. I already said that. Hit that subscribe button. Hit the notification bell. It'll let you know anytime we post something over here. Or if we go live here on YouTube.
And if you're watching right now, we need you to share this right now. Share it to your mom and your brother or like your coworker you don't like. Share it to them right now.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
So here, watch this. Oh, sorry.
Wait, that was it? You just wanted to show everybody?
that was done. It got way too quiet for that. I hated it.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, me too.
Sorry. I was just starting drinking beer. Like, I had a long day at work, okay? It's hard.
So today, I wouldn't really call this a special episode, but it's the only thing we're really going to be focusing on. We are going to debate the greatest game ever in a March Madness tournament style bracket system. So we put out on our Facebook page. If you don't know what a Facebook page is, it's in the description below. You can go over there. You can take a look at our page, give us a like, give us a follow, whatever. We put this out, and we wanted your suggestions for the best game ever. We're gonna debate it. We're gonna get through as much as possible, and then I don't know. I think we're just gonna call it a day.
That's fine with me. Go ahead, Trey.
No, I was gonna say that that's how it's gonna work. I mean, I'm excited for it.
Well,
and
I thought it would be
for us lovingly.
Yeah.
He spent hours and hours trying to find random ass video games that shouldn't be on this list. So
I didn't spend too much time, but I spent enough time to like not whatever. Anyway, so the new thing is that we do have a Facebook page. Like us on there, follow us on there. We do post stuff on there. Be sure you hit the follow on that Facebook page. You won't get our posts otherwise. So,
it's unfortunate. It's just like on YouTube or whatever. If you want notifications from us, hit follow. Can let you know ahead of time. That way you can actually participate in stuff like this.
Right.
Exactly. We did get a few suggestions off the page. So if you see yours on there, thank you.
And if you don't see yours on there, it's not that there wasn't a good game. It was just because we didn't want it on there. So, no, I'm just kidding.
Oh, okay. Actually, I have a funny story about that. Shout out to Bruce if you're watching, Bruce. I had a coworker, Bruce, came up to me. He was very upset. He actually unliked our page and liked it again because he was upset about this list. So I was just like, good. I'm glad that, I'm glad you hate the list. I'm glad it pissed you off. I mean, like, and to segue from that, I have some honorable mentions that I would be, upset if I didn't mention. Y'all want to do that before we start? Just answer like honorable mentions that didn't make the list of games.
Oh yeah, dude. I'm actually kind of curious to see what.
But just real quick, also, I want everybody to take this with a grain of salt. We're not game journalists. We just love them. So, I mean, I don't even think journalists are qualified. Serious, yeah, this is definitely not serious. This is just for good fun. And we'll do it next year.
Probably something else, to be honest. I don't know if it would be video games, but it would probably be something else.
Yeah,
it's a fun thing.
Yeah, it is a fun thing to do.
Well, I've gone with that. Honorable mentions. Let me see. Batman: Arkham Asylum.
Yeah.
These are my honorable mentions, by the way.
Yeah. No, that belongs on there.
It's not on the list. Batman,
No, not on the list in your honorable mentions.
These are honorable mentions. Batman, Arkham Asylum,
Asylum.
Yeah, Asylum. Yep. Metroid Prime, which is the one that Bruce is really upset. In fact, just pretend I said that as the last one because he was very upset that Metroid Prime didn't make that list. I know you were upset about that too.
Yeah. That game is near and dear to my heart.
Okay. Halo Reach. I want a Halo Reach on this list. There is a Halo game. We'll get to that, but I really want a Halo Reach on here. And the last game is Glover. Why isn't Glover on this list? It makes no sense. It is a killer app. It like made world peace for like one day that it came out. So that Glover, no brainer. I don't know why it wasn't on this. One day we'll get Glover.
As soon as you turned around, I saw that coming.
Yeah, I did too. I was like, "Yep, here it comes." He's gonna pull out the Glover 64. Wait, so is it just Glover on the Nintendo 64, or is it actually Glover 64?
No,
You know
I think
what?
it's just Glover.
I think it's Glover, but the way they put it, I'm gonna zoom in right here. They put the 64 like right next to Glover, so it's like, oh, Glover 64. I don't know. They put it right on there. What
Great.
about you, Trey? You got any honorable mentions before we start?
You already said Metroid Prime, which I get why it's not on there, but it should be. And there was one other one I was thinking of. No. A lot of mine got on here. Metroid Prime was a good one. Batman: Arkham Asylum, yeah.
Check out this guy. A lot of mine got on here. Man, what a man. Okay, fine. What about you, Pete?
Where is the seminal classic Last of Us 2?
Did you say semen?
That's not even funny, but it is.
I was gonna say, really? That's what got you?
Where is Bubsy 3D?
That wasn't gonna make the cut at all. If Glover didn't make that cut, Bubsy wasn't gonna make the cut. All right, I'm sorry.
Everybody get on Twitter right now. Hashtag we want Bubsy.
No one wants that game. No.
There's a lot of games we can actually mention that should be on here or deserve to be on here, but we only had 32 spots and maybe an hour and a half to stream.
Maybe, yeah.
I mean, maybe next year we could do 64.
I mean, we could go. We might go past that, but
yeah. Maybe next year we could do 64. Or you know what? You can make your own goddamn list and do your own goddamn live stream. You don't.
That's right.
If you don't like it, you fix it.
Yeah.
DIY.
So we're gonna get into it. Do we want to name
a lot
of
should we? No, because we're gonna go through them anyway.
Yeah, we're gonna go through them anyway.
Yeah, like we'll start with the top of the bracket or whatever, and then we can move down from there.
Let's go. Let's just go.
That'll work. You're saying, Trey? I'm sorry before I cut you off. You're saying
no. You're fine. Keep going. Don't listen to me.
Oh, okay. All right.
I don't remember what I was saying.
What was that? Did you guys hear that in the Discord? I heard that in the Discord.
I'm not hearing anything.
I heard the.
Oh well, I don't know. We're fine here.
Yeah,
we're good.
I guess we're good here. All right, guys. So to kick off this 32 video game March Madness. Yeah,
that's right.
March Madnesses. We're gonna hit it off with actually the number 1 game and the number 32 game, Marvel vs. Capcom 2 versus Resident Evil 2. Debate.
Okay, so this list pisses me off.
Tilted already.
No, yeah, because Resident Evil 2 is one of the best, it might be the best survival horror game ever.
I don't know. So now I didn't mention Resident Evil 4 is not on here, but anyway,
What about Resident Evil
yeah,
6? Resident Evil 6 should be on here.
shut the
Shut
hell
up,
up.
Pete.
Anyway,
God damn, every time.
Resident
And
Evil
then
2
we
is an
have-
incredible game. Absolutely incredible game. Like at the time, like that story, every teenage boy had a crush on like Claire Redfield, so it's just like
And Leon
everyone's
Kennedy.
on. Yeah, like it was just like an incredible game. But
He's a handsome man.
I spent hours training under Johnny Joe. Shout out to Johnny. I know he's not watching. He's probably doing something else. He's probably playing video games as we speak.
He's probably playing Marvel vs. Capcom 2.
Yeah. I spent hours training under that guy to get good in that game. And like that soundtrack, I just want to take you for a ride. I mean, it's so catchy, but
No,
this
it's
is
not.
hard.
It's the worst soundtrack ever in a fighting
No,
game.
Trey,
It is.
it's a great soundtrack. You're an idiot.
It's a great soundtrack. Ironically, it makes no sense in that game, and you guys know it.
No, it makes sense.
Da, 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 da. It's so
Oh, it's
stupid.
so good. And
Anyway, okay, so we have Resident Evil 2, one of the greatest survival horrors, and then we have Marvel vs. Capcom 2, an amazing fighting game that was broken to shit.
Oh yeah, definitely broken, but
well, look,
fantastic.
I mean,
game.
there's two trails of thought with these games. Both of them are trailblazers in their own right. MVC2 brought in the hypest moments in fighting game community history for many, many years, to the point where MVC3 was not as well received as MVC2, and it was definitely not as well. And Infinite, Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, was definitely not well received as either
Dead
one of
on
those two games.
arrival. I can't believe it.
So you have MVC2 on the spectrum, where it's like a trailblazing title for the FGC, and you know there's memes about it, and there was memes before memes were even memes about MVC2 way back in the day. You know, it's been the one game that's the most infamous kind of game for many different reasons. For one, it kind of just brought the fighting game community out into the forefront, for one thing, aside from Street Fighter 4. But MVC2 was responsible for $10,000 money matches and epic rivalries that have lasted 15, 20 years. You know, stuff that still continues today. You have personalities that are tied to the game. And it's not even just like listing off like how good the game is on top of it, because the game's amazing. It's hilariously fun, hilariously broken. But it's a game of wits. It's like chess. Like, hey, if I can get an infinite on you before you get an infinite on me, I'm gonna win.
Hey.
You're not gonna win. But
I hate everything you're saying right now.
I love the imbalance in fighting games, and
Yeah,
I mean,
okay,
and a lot of people don't. I mean, you look at even stuff today like fighters with UI Goku being like the most disgusting Goku ever in a video game, and it just makes the game fun. It makes it interesting, and to me, I think that MVC2 was kind of like the forefront of that. And Resident Evil 2 is an amazing game on its own. I mean, it revolutionized the survival horror genre. And in that way, it improved pretty much everything that was to be improved on Resident Evil, and it just made it 2 times better. And it gave you more options, and it gave you more weapons, and it gave you different scenarios. Like, it's an amazing game. Both of these games deserve to be the best game ever.
Top 10.
In the top 10. Easy. Easy. But if I had to pick something, and I'm gonna just move my mic over here. It's Marvel, baby.
So I'm totally gonna disagree. The only reason why is because as much as we had contact with Marvel vs. Capcom 2 and stuff, and especially you guys, since honestly the fighting scene was big in your hometown,
It was.
that game was not popular. That game wasn't popular anywhere. That game was the fighting game community was still underground.
It was, but this was the game, baby. It was Marvel.
Yeah,
baby.
yeah. $10,000 money matches. Yeah, they did that first. Evo, all that or whatever. That's around because of Marvel vs. Capcom. But I was already 18, 19 before I even like played the game.
Wow, late
Wow,
bloomer.
yeah,
right
late
there.
bloomer. We were playing that back when we were in junior high.
No.
We must have been like 14.
No, yeah, the game came out when I was at least 13, 12, somewhere around there. But
played
I
that
ne-
one.
But yeah, the only places I saw were inside arcades or whatever, and Resident Evil was out there.
And
I don't know if we're going by personal preference or like actual gameplay and all that stuff, but I think Resident Evil 2 is better.
What's
You
up,
can
Julio?
still play
Well-
Resident Evil. Yo, what's going on, Julio? You can still play Resident Evil 2 even on the PS2.
You can still play Marvel vs. Capcom.
Yeah, you have to find a copy of that game.
No, I have it on my Xbox right now. A digital copy.
Yeah.
What's up?
Well,
Xbox
there you
360
go.
have it.
Yeah. Can you buy it? Can you still buy it now though?
Hell yeah, I can. I just got to pay $100, and you know what? It's worth it because you know what? At the end of the day, Trey, Marvel vs.
All right,
Capcom gave
fine.
birth to Evo. Resident Evil 2 gave birth to Rule 34. Hence, Marvel vs.
Resident Evil
Capcom
2. All you're doing is saying pros, dude. I don't know what's wrong with you.
No, my vote is
Okay, it's 2-1. Whatever. We need to keep on going with the bracket anyway. So
That's why I'm glad we're doing it this way because there's going to be no ties. There's 3 of us. There's
Yeah,
going to be
yeah.
absolutely no ties going.
all right, Marvel vs. Capcom 2 wins.
All right.
Stupid.
MVC2 advances. I don't know how to do this thing. I don't think it works. Let me see.
Just write it on paper or type it in somewhere. I don't know.
Yeah.
Figure it out.
This topic
Okay,
sucks.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, I can't alter it unless I guess, like, if I made it. I don't know if you did a sign in or whatever, but MVC2 advances. All right. Getting into our next bout. We have 2 heavy hitters in their own genres. And I think in some ways, one has created its own genre and the other one has built on another one. We're looking at Bloodborne versus Minecraft. I'm gonna be the first one to be like, okay, well, for one thing, I haven't played a whole lot of Minecraft, and Bloodborne was so hard that it took me a week to beat the first 2 bosses.
Damn.
Yeah, I know. I'm probably just really shitty at games, but Minecraft to me is just Legos. It's a kid's game. I understand how it's like revolutionary in its own right, like, you know, to build and create and, you know, to be able to craft Minecraft, if you will. Items in the game that are like, and there's like a really, like, there's like a deep history and like all this other kind of stuff. It looks really awesome. I mean, it's a really good game. Don't get me wrong. But for me, Bloodborne has to take it because I find it infinitely more interesting, mechanic wise, gameplay wise, and story wise. I think Bloodborne and Dark Souls 3, which is on this list. I mean, you can see it on the screen. I think they revolutionized and created. I mean, when you talk about Soulsborne games, Bloodborne's half of that, you know. And they've revolutionized and created this own genre of stuff that is like amazing. And there's no other games like it. I mean, you can try and say like, oh, you know, Ghosts and Goblins is like, you know, 2D side-scrolling Bloodborne and Dark Souls, but it's really not. That would be reductive to Bloodborne and Dark Souls. So, I mean, to me, it's got to be Bloodborne. Minecraft is great, but it is what it is. It's like a fad game to me. It's put onto this thing because, you know, everybody loves it, and, you know, that fad has continued for years and years and years and years, and it's been kept alive by kids and pedophiles. So. Bloodborne's
What?
it for me,
Where did
guys.
that come from?
So, what did you say, Trey?
I said, what? Where did that come from?
Well, I mean, you hear about all these fucking, you know, these pervs on on like Twitter and shit who make like Minecraft videos and all this other kind of crap. And
I'm
I
watching
have-
the
I
wrong
have heard of
video because I'm not on that side of Twitter or YouTube, so I don't even know if that's a thing. I mean, I've seen the clip, I've seen the screen caps on Cringetopia though, so I know you're probably telling the truth.
Oh, okay.
What'd you say, Trey?
Oh, dude. Bloodborne is probably my second favorite game of all time. Like it's
Wow.
just up there. Like I have played Minecraft and I get Minecraft. Like that game is so relaxing and just it's like open world on steroids. You can go exploring or you can make stuff.
Mhm.
But yeah, being the editor of your own world, you do not get bored with it. Bloodborne though, it's Bloodborne, man. Probably one of the best games on the PS4. Still a Sony exclusive, still a PS4 exclusive. So if you haven't played it on the PS4, I don't think you're gonna be able to play it. Gameplay was perfect. Visuals were amazing for their time. Yeah, it's got a horrible frame rate issues, but if you see the game, you kind of understand why. Yeah, I'm going with Bloodborne.
All right. Well, with all that said, I have not played Bloodborne ever, but I suck at Minecraft, so I'm going with Bloodborne. So a clean sweep. Also, it reminds me of Berserk, and everybody I know loves Berserk. So it's all good.
it's funny you
That's-
mentioned that because yeah, Bloodborne and the Dark Souls series actually borrow a lot from Berserk. Everywhere from like the enemies to the iconography to just kind of like the despair and all this other kind of like dark gothic shit.
Armor itself, no, some of the armor itself is actually
Some of the armor is directly inspired from Berserk. So yeah, Bloodborne takes it with a clean sweep. Fuck mine.
Woo! Good job, Bloodborne.
All right, next up. This one. All right, Final Fantasy VIII versus Sonic 2.
So a lot of people have already turned off the stream. If I know a lot of people probably aren't watching it now, but if there was a lot of people watching the stream, they probably would have turned it off right now because we said Final Fantasy VIII and not Final Fantasy VII or Final Fantasy Lightning Returns because that's Trey's favorite game.
Nobody was gonna get upset
First
about
of all-
Lightning Returns not being on me.
that might be the most that might be the most insulting thing you've ever told me. I don't like that. I hate that
Lightning
game, man.
Returns is cool, man. I like that
No,
game.
it wasn't. No, it wasn't.
Yes, it is. It's fine. Okay, anyway. But yeah, Final Fantasy VIII and what, Sonic 2? Oof,
Oof.
man. So who wants to talk about Final Fantasy VIII? Because I barely remember that game. I'm not going to lie. I barely remember it.
Trey can take
Shit, I just-
because I think he just replayed it, right?
Yeah, I literally was just playing it this past summer.
There you go.
The game's good.
Yeah.
I know it's good.
Final Fantasy VIII just pretty much built on what 7 established, because as many people think that 7 is the best game in the series or whatever, they probably haven't played any of the other ones. 6 is amazing, was 2D. 7 came around, first 3D game. Graphics were horrible, but it was also in the early days of the PS1.
Yeah, the PS1. Mhm.
Yeah, so they pretty much built on top of that engine with Final Fantasy VIII, so it looks a lot better. Not that much better, but still better. And they did a bunch of different stuff with their combat system and equipment system and summoning system that a lot of people got turned off to it. It's a very good game. It's got a really, really good story. And I think it's the first Final Fantasy game with an actual love story between the protagonist and somebody else. So it's been what do you say?
Iconic. It's basically what you just said.
Wait, what?
Good. I was
Yeah.
like, that sounds iconic, man. It sounds pretty good.
It's a really good game. It's just unfortunately not a lot of people played it because it was different. Final Fantasy IX went back to the 7 recipe, but it wasn't as good. Sonic 2. I've played that game like hundreds of times, dude. I love that game.
I love Sonic 2. And
Final Fantasy VIII is one of my favorite RPGs of all time.
and Sonic
But if
2
you-
is like my favorite Sonic.
But if you were to put Final Fantasy VIII or like a PS1 in front of me, or the remake that they did or the remaster or Sonic 2, I'm gonna sit down and play Sonic 2.
I would, man, dude. Sonic 2 though, like I actually watched a video about this just the other day, just off a whim. It's a YouTube video. This guy's like talking about the animation in like those old school Sonic games. And it's so simplistic. It's perfect. It's just so weird. It's just like all these tiny little things like you would really think about just click all together. And it's just like an enjoyable, not just game, but like the animation, everything is just fluid. And like watching that video, I was just like, God damn, that was such a good game. It made me just like remember it. And don't even get me started on the soundtrack. I didn't even bring up the Sonic soundtrack because those songs are bangers already.
I literally have Chemical Plant Zone playing in my head right now.
Yeah, so it's just like, yeah, dude, you could say Sonic 2, and then like the music pops in your head, man, and it's just like, man. And not only that, but we got furries now, man, and that's cool.
Well, we lost the furry audience with that.
Hey, good point. There we go. I'm voting for Sonic 2.
If you are a furry, great. We don't care.
My wife's
Andy does more than we do, so he likes to bring it up every once in a while. Not as an insult, but just because he loves them.
There you
go. I'm going with Sonic 2, you guys. I love Final Fantasy VIII, but Sonic 2, man, like you can picture the way the stages start and the music starting and the noises you hear when you hit one of those damn goalposts.
Yeah.
It's
Final Fantasy VIII is, like you said, has been overlooked and overshadowed by 7 for so long. And 9 even more so, in my opinion. Final Fantasy VIII, however, in my book, is a prime RPG. The only reason that it's on this list is because it's such a good game. But there's one other RPG that I want to add into the honorable mentions, and that would have been Legend of Dragoon.
Wow, dude! I didn't even know you had played that.
Yeah,
I didn't mention it though because it was just like nobody knows what the hell I'm talking about, right. So that's why I didn't say it.
Yeah, honestly, that's the only issue with that game. Nobody knew about it.
Yeah, and that goes the same for Final Fantasy VIII. Not that nobody knows about Final Fantasy VIII, not at all. People have played it; it's a known favorite. But just like the silent genius of it all, that enough for me makes it hard to split between these two games because of how good this game is. I mean, you have love, you have hate, you have betrayal. I mean, it's all in there. And
you have time travel.
You have time travel. You have crazy summons. You have I mean, there's like all kinds of crazy shit in this game.
You have an amazing soundtrack in that game too.
That's true as well.
It's a shame. Like, it really is a shame more people haven't played it.
Absolutely. Sonic 2, however, is once again one of those games that builds off of the first game. Much like Resident Evil 2 improved every single aspect of Resident Evil 1, Sonic 2 improved just about every single aspect of Sonic the Hedgehog 1. It added co-op. It added a 2-player race mode, if I remember correctly. The soundtrack is amazing, and I guess the game just itself is so fluid and it was so gorgeous to look at. Like, it was one of those games where you would put it on and you'd be like, damn, this game looks amazing. And this is back in like the Sega Genesis game, the Sega Genesis era. And even today, I think it looks great. And it runs at a smooth 60 frames per second, which was unheard of. And I think it's just a technical marvel. This is a really hard toss-up between these two. And just like you said, Trey, if you're going to put a PS1 in front of me or a Sega Genesis, I'm going to sit down and play Sonic 2 instead.
100%. That's just the thing. Like, a Final Fantasy game, you do have to invest your time and stuff. And a lot of us, we already know that ahead of time. You want to have fun for like 20, 30 minutes? Play some Sonic.
Speed run it. That's what it's meant for.
Hell yeah.
It's meant to speed run. Yeah. That's what's great.
Play some Sonic.
Yep.
So, we got a winner on that one, I'm guessing.
Yep. Sonic 2 advances. All right. And the next one, oof, this is a big oof right here.
Big oof.
Because I love both these games, and I've invested hundreds and hundreds of hours into these games.
I'm just gonna stay at. I'm gonna stay out of the conversation. This one, it's a fucking Riddler game. Dance Revolution is better. I'm gonna go with WoW.
What is it? Wait. What is it? What is it? It's WoW and what?
Guitar Hero 3.
Well. Incredible.
I'll let you guys talk about this because my biggest memories of Guitar Hero 3 was, I don't even know if it was part 3, was walking into the lobby at the local college here, whatever, and seeing these guys playing. So, yeah.
It was
that. Yeah, okay, then yeah. I mean, I played plenty of it too. It's a fun game, but World of Warcraft, there's a reason people are still playing it.
Yeah, I mean, like, I love Guitar Hero, man. Like, the whole franchise, Rock Band, but I love Guitar Hero. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I still get chills to this day. Like, beating The Devil Went Down to Georgia, like, beating that guy, like, on Expert or Hard. And, like, my fingers hurt like hell. And I was like, I was kicking him back, all that. And then, like, the thing pops up, and I was just like, what the fuck? And it's like, Drew the Fire and the Flames from Dragon Force. And I'm just like, like, just trying to keep up, dude. It's like, I still remember that to this day because I hated it, but I loved it at the same time. But like,
I remember seeing my buddy do that. It's very impressive.
Yeah. So, but man, World of Warcraft, I can't deny the legacy it has made for the gaming community. It has literally brought millions of people together worldwide. And like, I've never played WoW. I mean, that's not true. I think I've only played. I shit you not, Trey. I've only played that game like maybe 1 hour. It's just like, I can't play this game because I'm getting addicted.
Holy shit! Literally. Yeah, no, dude, I did.
Yeah, so I was just like, I'm not gonna play this game, so I never picked it up. But like, man, like I said, I love Guitar Hero, but I can't deny what WoW has given us. In this day and age, it has given us so much. So I don't know. I hate to say it, I'm gonna vote for WoW, and I'm very surprised myself.
I'm also gonna vote for WoW, and this is kind of one of those things where the brackets just fall where they fall. This is a squash. There's just something so intimate about World of Warcraft when you're playing by yourself and it's like 3:00 in the morning and you're taking in the atmosphere and you're just trying to you're just killing every single thing in an area, just trying to grind out just one more piece of gear, just one perfect thing, or you're in a raid group and you're so focused on what you're doing that you kind of forget that you're playing a video game. Like, you're actually there and you're like, hey, I'm an asset to this team. There's no other game like World of Warcraft. There is no other game like World of Warcraft. Guitar Hero 3, in my opinion, if you had to pick a rhythm game that you didn't have to dance for, Dance Dance Revolution, Guitar Hero 3 would be it. It encapsulates every single thing about the music rhythm genre, well, music peripheral genre, I should say, into one perfect game. And the freaking soundtrack is full of bangers. Not only do you have not only do you get The Devil All Down to Georgia or a brand new version of it.
You're gonna say that? I was like, I hate that song.
Dude, but it's so good. Like, in this game, they made it so damn good.
Yeah, no, oh shit. That I agree with.
You have Cult of Personality, Holiday in Cambodia from the Dead Kennedys. When You Were Young from the Killers, it was such like a banger back in 2006. FCP remix from The Fall of Troy.
Oh, dude, that was a good one.
That was in there, yeah.
Also Cherubrock. From Smashing Pumpkins. Yeah, In Flames. Take This Life. Remember that one?
Yeah, I remember that one.
You had Rock You Like a Hurricane. Oh man.
Man, the first time I heard that song was on the Stone Cold Steve Austin Greatest Hits CD.
Hell yeah, there you go.
That I found in Eagle Pass at the Eagle Pass Walmart when I was like 10.
Wow, that's a memory, man.
Never gonna forget it, dude. Because they had the little CD stand,
Hell
and they
yeah.
had a little scanner where you can scan the barcode on the CD, and it would play a couple of the tracks.
Oh shit! I do remember that. Yeah,
I
yeah.
remember
Dude, that was
that.
awesome. Yeah.
Anyway,
Ruby from Kaiser Chiefs is on there. Rock and Roll All Night from Kiss. Raining Blood from Slayer. You got freaking Threes and Sevens from Queens of Stone Age. Even Flow from Pearl Jam.
Threes and Sevens is one of my favorite songs
Absolutely.
ever.
I love Threes and Sevens. Lagrange from ZZ Top. There's just so much. The Seeker from The Who. I mean, there's just so much good. There's like a really eclectic mix of music on there, and like, you know, mixing of genres that just kind of, you know, it's just perfect in my opinion. It's like it's one of my favorite rhythm games of all time. But again, nothing beats the experience of WoW, and I'm just gonna have to say WoW. No question.
Yep. I completely agree too. Wow.
All right, so WoW advances.
All right.
King Bear Count 92 in the chat. Guitar Hero soundtrack equals college soundtrack. Hell yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of well, I can't talk too much about Uncharted. Well, on this next one.
Well, Uncharted 2 Among Thieves versus Dark Souls 3. Now,
oof.
Guys, I'm like completely impartial to the Uncharted series. I wanted it on this list. I think Uncharted 2, aside from 4, is the greatest Indiana Jones game ever created.
That isn't Indiana Jones.
That isn't Indiana Jones, correct.
I have played exactly 30 minutes of Uncharted 1. And that's it.
You did not get the best experience, my friend, in my opinion, at all.
Or it was the Uncharted collection. It was whatever collection came with the PS4 bundle.
Uncharted 1 is rough. And it is rough to the point of being like, yeah, whatever. Uncharted 1. Excuse me. So I'm just going to be like really, really impartial, whatever. I'm going to go Uncharted 2 all the way. And you guys can debate between that.
I've gone through at least like 4 or 5 playthroughs of Dark Souls 3, so I'm a little impartial to that one. So I'm gonna go with Dark Souls. It's all on you, Andy. Oof. I'm a fan of Indiana Jones. Don't get me wrong. I love me some Harrison Ford. But yeah.
Dark Souls 3 is hard as hell, but like those games, like, you know how people complain about games like being too easy, you know, for like such a long time, and then like finally you get like you get a game like Dark Souls 3 that just like crushes you to like just like, you know, just like makes you hate life, makes you rage quit, and you're like, this is too hard, you know. Like, I love that because it's like, this is what people wanted, and that's what they got. They got a hard ass game with Dark Souls 3. And again, we talked about this earlier with Bloodborne. The aesthetic is so good, reminds me of Berserk, super violent. Like, I always love watching, like, just even watching people play Dark Souls 3 just to see like their reactions and everything. Like, it's a fantastic game. With that said, Uncharted 2 is like very cinematic, in my opinion. Like, yeah, Pete's right. It is like the best Indiana Jones game. That's not Lego Indiana Jones. Buy it now on Xbox 360. But anyways,
damn it.
Like that game, like what I love about the Uncharted games, like I'm a movie guy first and foremost. By the way, Sandro Goes Off is back. If you haven't seen my take on
plug your video on the whole.
Check it out below. He talks about the Justice League.
That's right.
It's actually pretty good.
Okay, but yeah, it's so cinematic. It flows. Like, I remember playing these games, these Uncharted games. Like, man, this is like a movie, man. There's this. It just goes like just like all that, and like the transitions, like the voice acting and the motion caption. It's like a movie. This is really hard, Trey. not gonna lie, this is actually really hard because like I have mad respect for Dark Souls 3, but man, I was a movie guy. Uncharted 2 just hits different.
Dude, it's whichever gave everyone the better experience.
Well, with that said, Uncharted 2.
Dang.
I get it.
Uncharted
I'm not gonna
2.
be too. I'm not too upset. I mean, that's just two of my favorite games of all time that don't get up there. It's whatever.
Okay.
I love that.
You're just gonna gloss over that. It's fine. Whatever.
No.
Okay.
Just-
I mean, to be fair, my favorite game of all time. I mean, on this list. So, you all right?
I'm kind of scared to ask what it is.
It was Halo Reach, dude. That's like my favorite game.
Oh, okay.
I mean, on this list, so it doesn't matter.
It's like Andy said, Uncharted 2. Oh my god, that's my dog. Hold on.
What's going on? Where's he going?
There might be somebody there. Oh, never mind.
It's the doggos.
We apologize, guys. We all have very needy animals. I think Andy's the only one who can handle his right now without having to actually handle it.
I mean, I could go get my dog if you want. We have like a dog stream.
Dog stream.
No, that's weird cliches. I mean, not cliches, weird gimmicks.
Okay.
Uncharted 2 is, in my opinion, a saga, and it's one of those games where I binged it. I binge played it like almost start to finish in one day, and it's like Andy says, like the cinematography, the voice acting, everything about it is so epic in scope. The gameplay has been polished up from the first game, and you actually feel like an action hero, and you're playing an action movie. And I think that there's so much value in that. Dark Souls 3 is undeniably the greatest Soulsborne game of all time.
Oh, look, I got a dog. Just popped out of nowhere. Okay. It's all good.
Dark Souls 3, like I mentioned earlier, with Bloodborne, created the genre. You know, or they defined the genre, rather. You know,
Pretty much, yeah.
Without those two games, you wouldn't have the Soulsborne genre. That said, I said earlier I was impartial because I love Uncharted 2, so I have to go to Uncharted 2. But Dark Souls 3 definitely would make the top 10 if it was in a different spot. You know, I'm just gonna throw it out there.
It's not wrong.
Yep. It's just the way the bracket works, man. It's a cruel mistress.
Yeah.
All right, so we have Uncharted 2 as the winner of this one. I'm running them down. So
Yeah, I got a list here going too.
okay, cool.
Up next, Devil May Cry versus Metal Gear Solid. And before we even get into it, guys, because I know you guys.
Pete, can you scroll down a little bit on your window?
Yeah, I can scroll down a little bit. Give me a sec.
Perfect, thank you.
So before we get into this, I just want to give you guys a brief overview of Metal Gear Solid, because I kind of figured that both of you are going to go one way. But I just want to remind you guys, Metal Gear Solid has the tagline of tactical espionage action game. This is one of the first 3D games on PlayStation 1 that brought us the level of cinematography, acting, and story that you would normally find in huge budget action movies. And I mean, to be able to experience that firsthand back in 1998, back at the infancy of like technology as we know it, before there was iPhones and everything else, there was Metal Gear Solid. This game, in my opinion, deserves to be number one. And again, being probably a little bit impartial, only because of how amazing it is. It's an amazing title, like I said. The voice acting is crisp, and the gameplay itself is so awesome. Like it's the first, in my opinion, it's a sandbox game. You're given all these tools.
Weird thing to say, but okay, go ahead.
Well, no, let me explain. So
Okay.
it's a sandbox game in a way that, not a sandbox game, Sandbox X2, but it's a sandbox game in a way that you're given all these tools, and then you're kind of allowed to just experiment. Like, oh, do I want to go down this hallway and tactfully take out these guys with this tranquilizer dart? Do I want to choke everybody out? Do I want to use mines and everything else to kill everybody in this room? Do I want to use flash grenades to get around this guy? Like, there's so many different options available to you. It makes you feel like you're a super spy, and it's one of the first games to actually make you feel like, you're all powerful. Like, people should be afraid of you. Like, the enemy should be afraid of you. What Arkham Asylum got from what games like Arkham Asylum have got from this game, Assassin's Creed, I mean, everything that you can think of that involves sneaking, this game started. It created and it perfected the genre the first time. Of course, Metal Gear Solid 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 have all built on these mechanics. And I mean, 5 is an amazing game, 3 is an amazing game, 4 is an amazing game, 2 is an amazing game. But that would just, they're all just understudy to Metal Gear Solid 1. And as far as Devil May Cry is concerned, I believe it should be part 3, but whatever. I'll let you guys decide that.
No, even if it was part 3, I still would have gone with Metal Gear Solid. I don't know if that's what you were expecting, Pete, but like Metal Gear Solid is, dude, Psycho Mantis.
Oh hell yeah! Dude,
like what?
That is such that, and again, it's part of that sandbox and like taking weird risks with the video game, like with the actual gameplay. Like,
I've played all of them except for 5. I played 5. I didn't finish it.
I didn't finish it.
But no, yeah, the original Metal Gear Solid is one of the best games I've ever played, and I like Devil May Cry. I love its campiness. I love its horrible, cheesy humor. I love its amazing combat, but it's Metal Gear Solid. The first time you get to open a locker, stare at a poster of a girl, and have what's his name, Otacon call you and ask you what you're doing. That was some of the coolest shit I had ever seen at that age. So yeah, Metal Gear Solid.
And it's funny that you mentioned that Devil May Cry being campy, because Devil May Cry is like kind of like, it plays on the tropes of like
edgelord. That's what it is, man. It's a edgy game.
Well, I mean, yeah, of course, yeah. Edgelords love Devil May Cry. Don't get me wrong, but it kind of plays on the badass demon hunter kind of like, it's like a trope almost.
Yeah,
where the guy's just way too cool for school, and he does all this amazing, crazy shit that like nobody could do. I mean, like he flips up what is it in part 3 where he flips up the sword and he eats like a slice of pizza while he's killing all these other, these demons and shit. I mean, Devil May Cry is an awesome game. And I mean, in my opinion, it's another victim of the bracket, just the way that it's laid out. Metal Gear Solid is just so much better. I was expecting you guys to go Devil May Cry all the way. Because one of the things about MGS, aside from, being a stealth game, which is already like, I'm not good at stealth games, is the fact that it's so unrelenting and so punishing. Like, hey, this is a hard game, In Devil May Cry, you can at least change the difficulty, but in MGS, it's just like, hey, you can either beat it or you can't beat it, and that's it. In that sense, but
you could just use, a gun. It'll make it easy.
That's right.
But then you mess out on a lot of stuff in that game.
Yeah, you will.
Yeah, it's the perfect game. It's a perfect game. There's nothing wrong with it. Even when they remade it on the GameCube.
And it's amazing on the GameCube. Holy crap, it is so good. I mean, everybody came back for it. It's a great game on the GameCube. I love it.
Yeah. If you have a copy of that game or whatever, keep it.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to get.
Kind of really hard to get.
Yeah.
See, don't you have that, or you got rid of it?
Yeah, fortunately, I did get rid of it.
We didn't know, Trey. All right.
We definitely didn't know. I think I traded it in, or I might have sold it for some Xbox games.
Damn. It's like
Xbox.
It's like the GameCube version of Resident Evil 2.
Yeah.
Can't find it, or no, not the GameCube version, the N64 version.
N64 version, yeah.
Yeah, you can't find it.
We had that also.
Yeah, we had that also. I don't know where that one is. No, that one we didn't give away or anything. I just don't know where it's at.
Oh, okay, so you might still have it.
Yeah, it might be in my
Yeah,
mom's somewhere.
To go back what you're saying though, like, yeah, man. I was actually gonna vote for Metal Gear Solid also because I just think it's better than Devil May Cry, to be quite honest. And like, he just mentioned freaking like, Psycho Mantis, man. They had boss battles, man. Fucking Vulcan Raven, like those two sniper girls. I don't remember.
Sniper Wolf
Oh, this
and
is Sniper Wolf.
uh, oh
This-
shit, Revolver Ocelot
Yeah,
even.
Revolver Ocelot's in that first game. And then of course, you have that epic battle with Metal Gear. And, well, spoilers, but who gives a shit? And Liquid
It was in
Snake.
1998. And it's okay.
Yeah, it was way back.
Yeah, man. I mean, like, but yeah, dude, like, that's just like, again, if I want to go back all cinematic route, I remember watching the trailer for it when it first came out, and it was like, is this a movie? Like, that's how it was like, kind of like, just like the music and like and the editing and everything. It was just like, God damn, what is this game? Like,
Nah, Pizza Hut PlayStation 1 demo.
Pizza PlayStation 1.
That's how I played it.
Yeah, I heard it was so good on that one too. It was like it gave you like just like a little bit of the area, and you're like, hey, there you go.
Yeah, it was that and Siphon Filter.
Oh, dude. Okay, Siphon Filter. So I wanted to mention Siphon Filter.
Don't worry about it.
Not on the list, but Metal Gear Solid is just so much better than Siphon Filter, and I was like,
it is.
But Siphon Filter is a great game. Don't get me wrong.
Mhm.
It's just not. I mean, Metal
You
Gear
get to
Solid,
taste somebody until they catch on fire.
Yeah, and that's cool. It's in the same building, but Metal Gear Solid's on the executive floor.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
All right, so
landslide, man.
And
like even if we would have opened this up to like voting and stuff,
yeah,
Metal Gear Solid would have won that.
Yeah, I think it definitely would have. And, and if there's one thing that about me that everybody should know by now is I love it when a plan comes together.
What the hell is that? Is that a sausage link? Or is oh, okay.
It's a Slim Jim, just a random Slim Jim. You should have pulled it out of your hat, Pete. I would have died.
Damn it, I should have. Well,
okay, next round, and this one's is that part 3? Because let me click on it real quick. I forgot it's on the stream. Let me click on it on the actual site.
Yeah, it's Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 versus Chrono Trigger.
Okay, so I'm gonna tell you guys right now or whatever that I nominated Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3. Yes, I did it over Trilogy because I know Trilogy is just a better Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3. But I don't know if anybody played Mortal Kombat for the first time, especially around our age group. It was this game.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we were fortunate. We were fortunate enough to play 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah, but part 3: brutalities, animalities, fatalities, friendships, and babalities. Okay, that already made this game better than all the other ones. Second reason, their codes. What was this? This was Midway Games, Midway Studios, or something back in the day.
Midway Games, yeah.
Okay, I don't know if you guys ever did this, but one button fatalities.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah,
I never did the code, and then like anytime I would do a code, like the other person I was playing with like wouldn't do it. I'm like, you dumbass, you're supposed to do it too.
So yeah, that introduced me to me and my cousin would literally sit there, turn on the code or whatever, and just pick different characters just so we can see all of them.
Yeah.
So yeah, and also Scorpion turns into a penguin. Spoilers.
I gotta say I've never played Chrono Trigger.
I've never played Chrono Trigger either. How did this get on here?
Because like to me, Chrono Trigger is actually that one game that you've heard about but you've never played. So basically, Chrono Trigger, in my opinion, is probably the most underrated. Maybe it may be literally one of the most underrated unplayed game ever. But it has such a cult following, and it's actually a very solid RPG on its own. Like, it's overshadowed obviously by Final Fantasy, but like it was up there also as a great alternative to Final Fantasy. In addition to that, it has an also amazing soundtrack. And I don't know if I remember this correctly. I think Chrono Trigger is also one of the first games that the creator of Dragon Ball Z actually also collaborated and helped do like some designs of some stuff about it.
I think
I
he did
think
Dragon Quest, and then he did Chrono Trigger. So yeah,
okay,
Akira
yeah.
Toriyama
So
did do the art and the key art
yeah,
for a lot of
so like to me, at the time, this was also like after Dragon Ball. So at the time, like you would think like, oh, like the guy that did the art for Dragon Ball is working on a video game. I mean, obviously there was no internet back then, but like,
Yeah, I was gonna say it was a little bit harder to
yeah,
find stuff like
yeah,
that, but
like it's just massive though. That it's just crazy to me that even happened. But like, yeah, like Chrono Trigger is like it's a fun game. Don't get me wrong, but again, I'm
I
sorry,
think
Patrick. My friend
I,
Patrick is like a huge Chrono Trigger like stan, but it's just the bracket again. The bracket, man. Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3. I actually remember buying that stupid Beckett game guide, whatever,
yeah, we did.
and like actually studying it. I like studying it more than like my homework when I was like a kid, and I learned how to do all the commands. And like ever since I learned to like do all the commands from that game, it has literally helped me out in every single fighting game I've ever played because it's always like quarter circle forward, like punch, quarter circle forward kick, like back, down, forward. Like it taught me about all this, the mechanics of a fighting game. So I'm sorry, Patrick. I'm sorry, Richie Branson. I know you're not watching, but you have a killer EP using Chrono Trigger music. Just got to throw that out there for Richie. But anyways, yeah, I love Ultimate Mortal Kombat, so I'm gonna go with Ultimate Mortal Kombat. But
It
Chrono
advances.
Trigger should not be overlooked. It's been overlooked for so long. It's long overdue for a remake. But yeah, Ultimate Mortal Kombat, man. And also the movie comes out next month, so what the fuck, you know?
Yeah, you're right.
yep.
Yeah.
Getting into the next bout, Mass Effect 2 versus Mega Man 2. This is hard.
Okay. I already know what I'm gonna vote for. This is easy for me.
This is hard for
I,
me.
I I already know who I'm gonna pick.
I'm gonna
Let's all say at the same time.
All right, ready?
You count, Pete.
All right, 3, 2, 1. Mega Man 2.
Mega Man 2. All right. Why are we even talking about this then?
Okay, I mean, like, come on. There has to be some merits in Mass Effect, though. Like, there has to be.
No, I played. I think it was. Shit. I want to say it was part 1, and I got at least 60-70% through it. It's a good. It was a good game, and I know Mass Effect 2 just improved upon everything. So I'm not surprised that it's even on this list. But it's Mega Man 2.
It's
So,
Mega Man.
funny story about both of these games. I purchased Mass Effect 1 on a whim from a buy 3 get 1 free at GameStop way back when. This is way back when.
I kind of think that's how we got part 1.
But okay, so I was like, I need another game, and I couldn't think of one. And the dude behind the counter is like, "Hey, you want this one right here?" And I was like, "Are you sure, bro?" And he's like, "Dude, this game is the shit." And I was like, "All right, cool." So I got Mass Effect 1. And it was a year later that I finally put it in my Xbox, and I played it, and I was like, holy shit, this game is fucking amazing. What the fuck have I been doing with my entire life? Holy shit. And then Mass Effect 2 was coming out in 3 months, and I was like, holy shit, there's a second game. I gotta go fucking pre-order it. So
shit. I'm sorry, my asshole dog just farted.
But Mass Effect 2 is such a good game. Oh, look at it.
Yeah, he's asleep right now. I can put the mic up to him. He's snoring pretty. Holy shit. Anyway.
I heard that. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, Mass Effect 2 comes out. It is a amazing game. I binged it. I played it like way too much, like to the point where like it affected my life. Mass Effect 2 in the pantheon of action RPGs is going to be up there. Like, it's definitely like, oh shit, like your top 10, your top 5 list, your top 3 list probably has Mass Effect 2 in it. But Mega Man 2 is just such Such a good game.
It's another platformer that like probably pretty much set a standard for games like it.
Absolutely. And we talk about genre-defining games so far, but Mega Man 2, in my opinion, unless you're talking about Mega Man X, which is another great Mega Man game, Mega Man 2 is the Mega Man game to play if you've never played one before.
Yep.
To me, I think it's the most balanced, the most accessible, but also
That
the
one
most
did
fair.
introduce the charge beam too, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, because it wasn't in 1.
Yeah, it introduced the charge beam. It introduced, was sliding. I think was in part 3, but you don't need to slide in this game because it's just so good. Like the game is crisp. It's fair. It's hard, but
it is fair. You can get around it as long as you like play it and study it. It helps you get better. Like
absolutely,
it's a weird thing to say, but it's just like
it's
you
beautiful too.
It is a beautiful game. I played it on. Okay, so it's funny too. I waited until I was like 20 something to play Mega Man 2, like from start to finish. I played it on the 3DS, and it is amazingly good on the 3DS. If you have a 3DS or Switch, it is an amazing game to take and go. I played Mega Man 2 last year when I had a Switch, and I played it like 4 or 5 times. That's how good it is, and you can beat it in like 45 minutes. You can actually beat it like in 30 minutes if you're really good.
You can beat it in 30, 45 minutes. I've never beat that game.
You've never
stupid
beat that?
No, stupid ass dragon towards the end. No.
Oh yeah. So I mean, but it's like Andy says, you can get good, and then you can eventually beat it. Yeah, like
you just gotta study it, man. It's like Cuphead. You just gotta keep doing it, and like you learn the rhythm, which is also weird. But yeah, all the things have a rhythm to it, so you just gotta figure out how to get through it.
Also, the soundtrack.
Oh, dude, I was about to say that.
That Wily 2 stage, dude, it is so, dude, it gets you pumped. Like I can't explain it. Like, that
only Mega Man X rivals it. I'm gonna say it right now.
That's true. But Mega Man 2 is like, damn.
Yeah.
Damn, boy.
Oh man, what is it? Skyman stage, Airman stage, something like that. It just has such a good song.
Yeah,
damn.
Hell yeah. Dude, and not to mention that all the bosses are really good, but you can literally beat everybody with the freaking was it Metal Man's deal?
Oh, the little buzzsaws or whatever.
Buzzsaws, yeah. You can kill everything with that. But yeah, Mega Man 2 takes it.
Yeah, Mega Man 2 without a doubt. This next bracket, I didn't see this earlier, and I'm really pissed off at both of you for this.
What, dude? It's a bracket, man. What the hell are you talking about?
No, dude. I feel like this was directed at me. That's not cool.
No, dude. It's a bracket. I literally randomized it, and this is what it gave us, Trey. All right.
Those are my two. Those are my two favorite Super Nintendo games.
All right, what is it? 2 versus The Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past.
Oh, this is easy for me.
All right, well, let's go.
One, so. Let's go. Here we go.
Okay.
I have a lot of fun memories playing Legend, but to be fair, I actually have a lot of fun memories playing Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past, and it was just phenomenal. Like, goddamn, like I don't know what it is, man. It just gets you pumped because like the game starts. Dun, 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 and it's just like you just want to keep playing. Dude. Like, I don't know what it was, but it was just so infectious. Like I love that game.
The way it starts is so good, and then halfway through the game, there's like, oh, by the way, there's another world, so you get twice the game in one game.
Oh, dude, just you saying that, the nostalgia's actually gave me a little bit of a chill. So good. So this is where my expertise is mostly like limited to is on retro games. To the viewers or whatever, I know you hear Andy and Pete talk a lot about some of the more modern stuff or whatever, but I still prefer some of these games over playing some of this newer stuff. Link to the Past is pretty much what turned me into a gamer, I guess. If I can still use that word without it being so gimmicky and cliche. But because of Link to the Past or whatever, I bought that sword behind me. Like, it's
And you
my
still want to debate about the? Okay, look, let's talk about Donkey Kong Country
it's
2.
it's my okay. I'm gonna say it. Like, it's my favorite game of all time. I have like all 4 different remakes of it. I love that game.
But I mean, let's just not. Donkey Kong Country 2 though. That is a great game because again, it builds off the first game.
It's another perfect game. It's another perfect game. It's people still play it all the damn time. You can get on Twitch right now and you can see ridiculous speed runs of it. And, and probably hundreds, if not thousands, of people watching them still. Like the game's amazing. Beautiful soundtrack. First time that they used what's the chip called, Pete? The turbo something.
I know what you're talking about. I think it's like it's not the TurboGrafx 16, or maybe it is. No, that's a console. That's a console.
Okay.
But no, I know what you're talking about.
Oh yeah, it is. Okay, so the Super Nintendo shipped with a chip or whatever that not a lot of people were great at utilizing yet. The first game to utilize it was Star Fox. And it was pretty much one of the first 3D games out there on a console. Rare built upon that same thing and created their entire own engine around that chip and created Donkey Kong. And it was a hit. So they were like, well, let's do it again. They made Donkey Kong 2, and this game was better. It's beautiful. It still looks good. It almost looks like claymation.
You're right. It does. It's a good point. It does look like claymation. But man. That game was fun. You're right, Trey. I mean, like Donkey Kong Country 2 was fun though. I played a lot of that game too because I love those Donkey Kong games.
I still haven't beat it. I remember I started playing it again on my SNES Classic because I thought it was on there, and I was like, was it the SNES Classic? No, on the Switch.
Yeah.
Their arcade thing. I've played through it. It is still hard as hell. It's still really, really fun and really, really satisfying when you do beat a stage. It's still a great game, but I can beat Legend of Zelda within a couple hours, man. Like, I love that game. I love it. That's it. I'm going with Zelda.
I'm going with Zelda also, but Donkey Kong is pretty good.
As am I. It's not because I don't like Donkey Kong Country 2, but I prefer 1. But Legend of Zelda. The Legend of Zelda Link to the Past is so much better in just about every single aspect, in my opinion. So, I would rather prefer to play Link to the Past than Donkey Kong any day.
And that's understandable. The only reason I started playing Donkey Kong Country 2 recently was just I've played Link to the Past a lot.
Yeah. And, and it's just kind of one of those games where you can go back and you can just be like, oh, it's nostalgia bomb like all over again. Donkey Kong 2 for me does not give me that feeling. But I understand why it gives a lot of people that feeling, because it is a fun game. And it improves just about every single aspect of Donkey Kong 1. But if you look at it one way, you got a side scroller versus an open world game. And probably
that's another way to think about it. Didn't think about that, but you're right.
And open world games are always gonna have beefier shit. This is definitely not a slim game by any means, but it's not bulky or cumbersome, I should say. Link to the Past is really tight. It goes through the motions, it keeps you engaged, and it doesn't last, it doesn't go on for too long. It doesn't make you hate playing it because you're playing it, in other words. So
until you get to the ice dungeon.
There you go. And then it's
and then you hate it for a good hour or 2.
Yeah.
Games are hard.
Yeah, Zelda hands down. It's Link to the Past. Like, that game introduced the Master Sword. So, and we still have a Master Sword.
Yeah,
and pretty much almost every single Zelda game.
Pretty much, this game kind of like, I'm gonna play devil's advocate a little bit. A lot of Zelda games are samey because
you're right.
To the Past.
Because
we gotta defeat Ganon. It's all the same objective.
but a lot of people complain about that, and I get why. But if you had fun playing a game, you're probably gonna have fun playing the exact same one.
Right.
Like Guitar Hero 7.
Nah, dude, because then they're just gonna put on nothing but like music we don't like. They're gonna run out.
Or Resident Evil
Hey,
6,
I
guys. Come
like
on.
Kings of Leon, okay?
Stop bringing up 6. It doesn't exist.
Anyway, Link to the Past takes it. We are at 8:43. We got a few more minutes left, so we're gonna just kind of go through the bracket. We'll go through a few more, and then I wanted to do part A, part B, and then we'd have to do like a finals. But I think if we can kind of knock these, well, we'll see what we can do today.
Yeah, we can
Let's
knock
see
out
how
some of these
far
pretty
we can
quickly.
go, man. Let's see how far we can go.
Yeah.
Skyrim versus Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2.
Now, I hate this bracket.
Skyrim.
I hate this bracket. These are two of my favorite games ever. I know how you feel now, Trey. Man. Oof.
Damn. Okay.
Both very different games.
Absolutely. Both very different games, but both revolutionary in the first person in one way or another. Oh, Andy left. He locked out. Oh, there he is. He's coming back.
It sounds really funny when he does that.
It does that, whatever. But yeah.
Skyrim is such a meme game at this point because it's been ported to every single thing under the sun, including the TI-83.
It can't be a meme game. What do you mean?
It's a meme. It's been, dude. If you want to sell a console, just be like, "Hey, Skyrim's on this one too."
I was pretty upset when they put it on the Switch.
Yeah, there you
The
go,
first
like-
thing I was like, why?
Why not, dude? He has the Mario suit on the Switch, man.
He's got a Zelda suit too.
I remember my friend, my Xbox friend that I play with, Austin, gave me a lot of crap because I got my Switch. He's like, "What game are you gonna buy?" And I was just like, "I'm gonna take my Skyrim." It's like, "No, don't do that. That's disgusting. Get Mario Odyssey. What are you doing?" Like, but man, dude, Skyrim. I don't know if I ever said the story like on stream. I know Pete has heard it several times, but I always during UTSA, my college life, I just remember like getting that game in the November, like before finals. And I'm just like, all right, whatever. It's just Skyrim. Like, there's a lot of hype, and then like I remember like literally just sitting down and playing, and there's a dungeon. Like, oh, let me raid this dungeon. I like the time I had to be up at work and then class after work. I start my day at 6 a.m. So I have to get up at 5. It's like, all right, whatever, cool. 11, no problem. And I play it, and I'm just like, man, it's kind of like fun, hard. And I looked at the time, it's 3 a.m. Literally, all the time disappeared, and like I was like, oh fuck, like this game is ruining my life, but like it's super fun.
We lived together when Andy bought Skyrim, and I've said this story like 100 times. I was a manager at Walmart, and I would go to work early, so my day also started at 6. I remember one time I was getting ready to leave for work, and I'd come downstairs, and I went over to his room because I saw the light on, and I was like, what the fuck? And then I heard Fusroda, and like, I heard Skyrim, and I was like, all right, well, whatever. And then I went to work, and it was inventory, and I came back home like 14 hours later because I'd had to stay late. And I walked in, and then I saw that the light was still on in Andy's room, and I walked over there, and it looked like he was there the entire fucking day. I had a wife beater with his legs up on the couch just playing this game, and I was like, holy shit. And I was like, Andy, how long have you been playing Skyrim? And he's like, I don't know. Like, he just couldn't tell me. And then like Amanda would come over sometimes, and then I remember one time I came home and she was just there on the in the living room, and then I was like, where's Andy? She's like, playing fucking Skyrim still. And I was like, oh, okay.
By the way, we weren't together yet.
Oh yeah. She was just there visiting, yeah, but I was like, is Andy here?
Oh, this is Skyrim, dude. That game was so fun, dude. Like I love Skyrim, but
So
I can't dismiss Call of Duty though. Like you guys got fond Call of Duty Modern Warfare memories.
Well,
I I'm a little weird when it comes to I don't like first person shooters. I haven't played one since Medal of Honor Rising Sun.
oh, that's a good one though.
Yeah.
That's a good one. But
Yeah, that was the last time I played an FPS like that. So I can't add on this, and I played the shit out of Skyrim. So
Okay, well, let me just get into it because this is actually really hard for me. This is actually a really hard one. I'll try not to take too much time because I know we gotta go through this stuff. But like, I'll just say Metal Gear. I'm sorry, Metal Gear. Modern Warfare 2. I Before I played the campaign in this game, I was just like, Halo is probably the best first-person campaign ever. Like, nothing's ever gonna top this. And then I played this game, and I was just like, holy crap, this is amazing. Like, it was very controversial at the time because there was like a level called No Russian, and like literally they gunned you're undercover as a terrorist and you kill innocent people. I remember all the shock and anger and the mainstream media gave this game because of that level. And at the time, I didn't get it because I'm like, it's just a video game. But it's just like, I mean, I kind of get it now as more of an adult that, is just kind of fucked up that like a 12-year-old could play this and just like whatever. But yeah, like that game before, like, it's actually really funny because when I moved to San Antonio to go to UTSA, I was playing Modern Warfare like nonstop. And then Skyrim came out and I started playing Skyrim nonstop. So I guess with that said, I'm gonna have to go with Skyrim. Even though I love both of the games so much, they took up a lot of my time, like literally hundreds of hours. I prestige 5 times in Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. I know that's not a lot. That's really not a lot. But to me at the time, I was like, okay, I play this game too damn much. But yeah, I gotta go with Skyrim.
Well, I hit max prestige in Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 1 way back in the day. Those games are just it for me. I think like you can turn your brain off and just like do some mindless stupid shit where you don't have to worry about what you're actually doing and you can just play and just play and just play and just play. I used to get that satisfaction from another game, but Modern Warfare just kind of and especially 2, just kind of streamlined that process for me.
Maple Story, was that the other game?
No, it wasn't Maple Story. God damn it! Holy shit! Why isn't Maple Story on this bracket? What the fuck?
Because fuck Maple Story. All right?
No, Modern Warfare 2 is just so fucking good. I love the Modern Warfare series. They're the only Call of Duty games that I will play and replay and replay and replay. And again, like Andy was saying, I mean, it kind of gave like, it kind of put gaming under a microscope for a little bit because of how controversial it was, but also because of how addictive it is. It started its own. I mean, Modern Warfare 1 did it first, but this one started its own like cyber professional league where you can actually like be a professional Call of Duty player and shit. I really love this game, and I look at it more fondly than Skyrim only for one thing, and that's because I made a lot of really good friends in Modern Warfare 2 that I still have today, that play online. So I'm gonna have to go with Modern Warfare 2. I know you guys with Skyrim, so Skyrim advances, but MW2 is it for me.
All right, well, it's like I said, this is actually very hard for me. This is a very hard decision because like I love those games, but at the end of the day, like I said, I have to think of it as a game that literally for me, Skyrim killed Modern Warfare for me because I just stopped playing Modern Warfare and just started playing Skyrim a lot.
Yeah,
So much so I had to get rid of Skyrim because I felt it was literally ruining my life. Because by the way, my grades did drop. By the way, they were dropping. I was like, I gotta get rid of this game. Like one day, I'll get it again.
There you go. Next up, we've got GTA San Andreas, Super Smash Brothers Melee.
What? Is this really the bracket?
This is really the bracket. GTA
Oh
San
my
Andreas.
god.
Fuck. Well,
No.
Really? You guys really have
Yeah.
Melee? Just Melee?
What?
Don't be
No.
dumb. Yeah, there's like 5 other like GTA games that are not that much different from each other. It's just the storyline that's different.
But this was really good.
It's literally just a storyline that's different. You get to do all the same shit, all the other stuff. This is Super Smash Brothers Melee. If you guys are gonna put MVC 2 over
Over Resident Evil 2, and you're having a hard time with Melee.
yeah, but you want to put Grand Theft Auto over Melee?
Dude. Yeah, I mean, have you ever Grand Theft Auto San Andreas though, bro?
Yes, dude. I've also Vice City'd. I've also, what is it, 4?
Yeah, 4 is good. 4 is amazing. I want a 4 on this one.
Yeah, like they're good games, but it's Smash Brothers Melee. It's got just as much hype moments as MVC 2. It's been putting out tournaments since it came out. People are still playing the damn game more than MVC 2, and you guys want to put it over, or GTA San Andreas over it? There's no argument.
I mean, here's the thing. You know, San Andreas has so many interesting mechanics in there for an open world game.
You get to steal a car.
I mean, no, there's so much.
Shut up, Trey. Shut the hell up. Let us talk. Go ahead.
You can get fat in the game. You can make yourself super buff. Like, you know, like it's like an actual life simulator, and it's awesome. I love it so much.
It is. It's illegal Sims.
But you know what? You know, you're right. I mean, if it's a toss up between these two, I mean, I'm gonna have to go with Melee. We played it a lot in college. We have friends that, you know, used to be professional Melee players. We were ingrained in the culture, you want to call it. I guess you want to say it like that. We were part of the community, you know, and you know, we grew up with it. I think Smash Bros. Ultimate is also another great honorable mention on this list that didn't, you know, we was kind of like a toss up between Melee and Ultimate, but I think Melee just is, you know, near and dear to our hearts. So yeah, no, I'm gonna have to go with Melee.
Well,
sorry, Andy.
I've already been out, but let me just say this: San Andreas, I spent many hours playing with Cortez because at one point
you guys did. Holy shit!
At one point, you could get to this thing, and it's like a little co-op thing. As long as you all are like together, you could go like pretty much like the whole map. And I'll never forget, me and Cortez is running amok, acting like fools in this world, and then like we got like 5 level stars and everything, like cops all over us, explosions. I put in that code so we have like infinite ammo, infinite guns and everything. And for whatever reason, I don't know what it is to this day, there was a button that you press when you're next to your co-op person, and you just start making out. Like, I don't know what it was. And I think Tez was CJ, or I think Tez was CJ, and like I was like a white cop, and like I was like a white guy cop, and then I just remember like cars surrounding us, explosions going off, and like the tanks rolling up, and like it's just like hands and like the third person, and it just sees me and this character just making out while the tanks are rolling up, and we just get gunned down. I thought, this is beautiful. This is peak performance. I don't know why they don't have this as a multiplayer game. I mean, it is now GTA Online, but at the time I was just like, man, they have something here. I don't know about the kids thing. To this day, I don't even know why that was in the game. I don't know why. It just was. But yeah, I've already lost it to Melee because yeah, Melee is a great game. But yeah, like I love GTA San Andreas, and man, I hate this bracket.
Yeah, the bracket is killing some of these games for us. Like this next one, Fortnite over Mario Kart 8, easy. Fortnite is so much better than Mario Kart 8.
Shut the hell up! Oh my god!
If he wasn't gonna do it, I was gonna do it.
Fortnite is a tour de force, guys. I mean, it is one of the most popular games of all time. It is still consistently.
It can't be denied. It's the most epic crossover. It literally is the most epic crossover in history.
It is.
It did beat out Smash Brothers because, like, I'm sorry, if you get to smack around Thor with Ryu.
Yeah,
That's a little bit cooler than the Smash Brothers Ultimate.
just a little bit. It's funny because like Fortnite is such like a stupid ass game, but we've all played it and we've all like
And-
enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's a fun game.
Yes, we've all enjoyed it.
I honestly don't care. The edgelords out there who just like, oh man, PUBG's so much better, or what was the other one?
Whatever Call of Duty Warzone, and then there's
Yeah, that Warzone and stuff like that. It's like, look, I get it. You don't like.
Royale.
Yeah, it's like I
God.
get it. What, Apex Legends?
Yeah, Apex Legends. Yeah.
Yeah, I get it. I don't know if it's because you're afraid that somebody's gonna watch you play it, or if you straight up just hate the visuals that much. But that game is better than all the other battle royale games out there right now.
I really like Fortnite, and I'm not afraid to say it.
Yeah, it's a fun game.
I'm not good.
I don't play it.
I can't.
I don't play it. I don't have the
I
time.
can't build, but
Yeah.
I can shoot.
Yeah,
So
I
that's
can't
all
build.
it
I
is.
can't build worth the fuck. You know, I mean, it's one of the few games where you shoot at somebody and they turn into like a 10-story building. Probably the only game I should say. Mario Kart 8. Oh man, I mean, we had to have a Mario Kart game on here, and we all mutually decided that 8 is the best one, and
It is.
there's no denying that there's, you know, and I mean, I'm gonna be first to say, like, this is hard between me to pick either one of these two. I played just as much Mario Kart 8 as I played Fortnite, which was quite a bit. I used to have friends from work that would come over and we'd play Mario Kart 8. I mean, we would get out at 1, we'd probably stop playing at like 9 in the morning. I'm like, I'm not even joking. Like, you know, we would play it. It was awesome. We would drink. You know, it was just a really good time. And it's the perfect Mario Kart game. It is the perfect Mario Kart game. They improved every single aspect of it, and they made it one perfect game.
It was between Mario Kart 8 and Mario Kart Double Dash. And I'm pretty. We all have like fond memories of Double Dash. Double Dash was awesome. The co-op riding and the carts.
Hell yeah. Which Double Dash is amazing. I mean, it's like an awesome game too. You know,
but I mean, this has more characters, more tracks, more functionality, more weapons. It's just a better game.
Yeah, it is, and it's the first, you know, console online game. No way, I think we had it online, but this one actually worked because it was on the Wii U.
Yeah, we don't count the Wii. Come on.
The Wii's fine. The Wii U's.
You know,
the Wii U was just improved upon it. The Wii just had better games.
Yeah.
Yeah, but don't forget that commercial. We would like to play. All right. So that's all.
Yeah, I'm never gonna forget those commercials, dude. Thank you for that.
That's that. I mean, all that said, between these two games, I gotta go Mario Kart 8. Easy.
Mario Kart 8.
Or not easy.
Yeah,
I
Mario
should say.
Kart 8. I think Mario. Does this also have Moo Moo Farm? Did you bring up Moo Moo Farm from Mario Kart 8?
I'm
I
pretty
think
sure
it does.
Lon Farm.
If what?
I think it does have Lon Farm from Ocarina Time.
Any type of farm?
Is it not Lon Farm? I don't know what it is.
Oh, it's Lon Ranch.
Lon Ranch. There you go.
But yeah, when Fortnite, like I said, most ambitious crossover game. I was very excited when I won my first game 1 year after launch, but like I still a victory's a victory, damn it. Even though the guy kind of killed himself, but anyways, yeah. Like,
yeah, and you can do Orange Justice.
What?
Orange Justice.
Yeah, I never had that dance. No.
It's not Moo Moo Farm. It's called Moo Moo Meadows.
There you go.
But it's pretty much the same track. Just
thing, all right. But yeah, Mario Kart for me. Let's go.
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Let's
especially
go,
because of Moo Moo. Especially because of Moo Moo Meadows.
Yeah, Moo
That's
Moo
right.
Meadows. Yeah.
I love saying that.
Moo Moo Grass.
This next round is bullshit. Pokemon Yellow.
What? Pokemon Yellow versus what?
Street Fighter 2.
Wait, did you say Street Fighter 2? Did you say Pokemon Yellow or Street Fighter 2?
Yeah.
Yep.
What?
Because Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo is the one that should have been on here.
Street Fighter. Okay, first and foremost, Street Fighter 2 is all encapsulating. No matter what it is, if it's Super Street Fighter Turbo or Ultimate, whatever it may be, It's Street
Yeah,
Fighter.
Street
2.
Fighter 2. It's still
Just
Street
being an
Fighter
ass.
2.
I'm still gonna go with Pokemon Yellow. It's Pokemon
Okay.
Yellow. You can
To be
talk to
fair,
your
I like-
Pikachu.
Pokemon Yellow was like epic prime Pokemon time. Like, like freaking the anime was hot, the movie was about to come out, the Pokemon cards were hot, like it was just everywhere. And then now it's Pokemon like red and blue, but except it's yellow and the Pikachu follows you. Come on, man. Oh my god. That was nice.
Yeah, dude, and first Game Boy game that actually had voice lines in it. I think.
Is it? Is it
Yeah,
really?
because Pikachu
'Cause
comes
of the
out, he
Pikachu, I
actually says
understand, yeah.
Pikachu.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, he actually says Pikachu in that one, and you can turn around and talk to him, and he'll say Pikachu. And depending on whether he was happy or sad or whatever, he sounded different. So, yeah, Pokemon Yellow over Street Fighter 2 every day of the goddamn week, man. I
This
get
is
Street
fun.
Fighter 2. I get it. It's Street Fighter 2. We got Ryu, Ken, Chun-Li, and Bison. Like 3 different kinds of Bison.
Buffalo.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Bison. So,
I mean, if we're also counting Street Fighter 2, like pretty much all of them, like in a way, technically, isn't this the first appearance of Akuma also?
That's true.
yep.
Yep.
But I don't care, guys. It's Pokemon. If this would have gone against any of the other games and stuff like that we've been, yeah. But Pokemon's just as famous as Mario, if not more.
I think it is more famous at this point, to be honest.
Yeah, and Pokemon Yellow, it combined everything about the first 2 games, added more to it, and shit. Even I think even the sprites look better. Like it was a great game.
They Pokemon Yellow makes you feel like you are Ash Ketchum. It puts you in the world of the anime. It gives you every single starter, plus Pikachu. It's an awesome fucking game. I love Street Fighter. Street Fighter 4, Street Fighter 5. I put thousands of hours into Street Fighter games. I put thousands of hours in Pokemon Yellow. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to flip this penny. And
You're such an asshole.
I mean, like, to be honest,
heads is going to be Street Fighter 2 and tails will be Pokemon Yellow, because it's really, I mean, it's like, oh, do you want to shoot, like, to me it's like, oh, I'm not even gonna get into it. Like, do you want to shoot one dog? Do you want to shoot your other dog? I just can't. I just really fucking can't.
Fucking dark, dude.
I've been playing Street Fighter and Pokemon since I was a kid. Like,
I don't want to shoot either of my dogs.
It's too hard. I mean, Street Fighter 2 is near and dear to me. I love Pokemon, like, to this. I love both of these to this day. I can't choose. Like,
I got a Pokemon coin over there. Flip it.
I'm gonna flip the penny, and then we're just gonna see where it lands. All right, ready? And it's tails. So Pokemon Yellow.
Yeah.
There you go.
But Street Fighter 2, incredible. But yeah, Pokemon.
Absolutely. And again,
it's a bracket, man.
Victim of the bracket. The bracket is fucked up. All right.
Yep. I hate this bracket.
It's a randomized bracket, bro.
This next one,
hands down,
Super Mario World versus Tekken Tag Tournament.
Super Mario World.
Super Mario World. Yeah.
Super Mario World.
Tekken Tag Tournament.
Next up. We can talk about Super Mario World
all day
and say, we could say things that have already been said and that everybody already knows. Tekken Tag Tournament is cool, and I remember playing
a game. That was pretty cool.
Right? Yeah, I remember playing the shit out of it. Like I played the shit out of it even at the arcade, and I wasn't good at it, but I was young and it looked cool, and I wanted to be king and do power bombs on people.
Hell yeah, and tombstones and shit.
Yeah.
My first memory of Tekken Tag Tournament really fast was in our hometown, we had that festival, the Spanish Festival, and I remember they had like that pop-up tent arcade.
Oh
And
man, they had Tekken Tag Tournament in one of those.
Yeah, they did. And like I had already played a fuckload of it, like on the PlayStation 2, and I was whooping ass at that game. Like I beat one person that's like, oh, I got next. I whooped his ass. Oh, I got next. I whooped his ass. I had 10 streak, like win streak. But like to be fair, I picked Eddie Gordo and the guy that kicks a lot.
Horang.
Yeah. And I messed up so many people, and like I'm pretty sure like people thought I was like two characters, but like I didn't care, dude. I was like I felt like I'm the man, dude. I'm gonna go get a freaking onion bloom and celebrate, you know. That's not stuff like Tekken Tag Tournament, but yeah, Super Mario though. It's Super Mario.
Yeah, you know, to kind of build off of that story a little bit, I remember. Okay, you get beaten like 15 people.
No shit.
Yeah, I don't know. It was a lot, and then, but I remember specifically, Johnny Joe was like, "I'm gonna beat this fucker," and he proceeded.
I think we done it twice, 3 times.
No. Look. I think it was like $1 to play or something. Dude, he spent like $10, I think, to play. And you kept whooping his ass, and then he got to the person that's like, man, fuck Andy, he just walked away.
Context for some of our viewers that don't know, you know, us personally and stuff. Johnny Joe is a very competitive, very, very good fighting game player.
Yeah, he's.
But like I said, like he taught me how to play Marvel vs. Capcom too. So like, yeah.
So whenever you beat Johnny at anything,
he's got to run it back.
He's got to try at least another 8 or 9 more times.
Yeah.
I remember I beat him at Melee once. I was playing Ganondorf and he was Ice Climbers, and I beat him.
Oh,
and
man,
I was like, no. He didn't say a damn thing. All he said was like, okay, let's play again. And I think he picked Fox.
Yeah.
And I just put the controller down. I was like, no way, dude. I'm holding this. I was like, I'm holding this over you.
Keep that W.
So,
keep that W.
Yep. So yes, that's a great story. Yeah.
We don't got to talk about it. You guys know what it is. We'll talk about it next when Super Mario World goes against Pokemon Yellow. Holy shit.
Oh no. Actually, Super Mario World is going up against Pokemon Yellow.
Yep.
That's going to be a bloodbath.
That is a bloodbath. Super Metroid versus Overwatch. This one's a little unfair.
Well, okay.
The bracket. Yeah.
This is actually kind of hard for me because Overwatch was one of the first like multiplayer online games that I actually had a lot of fun with.
Same. Huge same, actually. And not like, okay, like, look, I have fun playing Call of Duty, but Overwatch is so... Overwatch is so different from every other first-person shooter that it's like, okay, you know, you can play with your friends and you can suck and you still have a good time. And you have a really good time. But Super Metroid is Super Metroid.
Dude, and see, this is hard for me, but I have like Super Metroid merch. Like, I love that game. But shit, man, I'm gonna have to go with Overwatch, just because I think Overwatch deserves a spot in this list. Because that game is really, really good. Even as broken as some of the characters were at the beginning, even after all the patches, even after all the character releases, it's still a really, really fun game. I haven't played since the hamster was released. But
that was several patches ago.
Yeah. But I still keep up with it, and I still love seeing it being played. I still like seeing what people are doing. It's a great game. And Super Metroid is just something you pick up and you'll play it every once in a while. It's a very old game, but it's a very good game. But I honestly don't feel like I'd play that game more than once a year.
What I would say about Super Metroid, it's very enjoyable to like watch speedrun. That's like, you talking about speedrunning games? This is an excellent speedrunning game. Every time they do awesome games done quick, you should always. That's always like one of the last. Oh, that's pretty bad.
That's so cool, dude. The damn awesome games done quick, which Andy was talking about or whatever, is a charity event that they hold at least 3-4 times a year, And Super Metroid is usually the headliner only because there is so many ways that people speedrun this game and do other stuff.
And it's always hype, dude. It's always hype.
Mm-hmm.
I never get bored of watching it, even though I've seen it speedrun several times. I remember even like old roommate Steven Weedy, he speedrun it in our living room, and I just like sat down and watched him do it. Like it was just like it was just such a cool thing to do. But yeah, man, Overwatch though, that got me back into like that made me fall back in love with gaming because I was actually not playing as much games and Overwatch came out. Like I saw all the hype, I saw the cinematic, it looked like a Pixar film. I was like, what the hell is this? And then like I played that demo. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
I played that demo and then it was just like, damn, like, Overwatch. And actually, since we're going about this, yeah, it's just like, since we're showing figures, yeah, man, who would win in a fight?
Are we getting toys?
Free or Samus, right?
I've got the Shimada cunts here in this box still, so.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll tell you what, those figures aren't that great. I'll be honest with you. But
do either of y'all have Lucio?
I have Lucio.
Yeah, I have Lucio.
Yeah, Lucio is one of the coolest design characters for me, like ever. We got a DJ who's on rollerblades, who heals people with his gun.
And boops
and his music, or no, he doesn't heal them with his gun. Excuse me, that was wrong. He heals people with his music.
And makes them fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Like now, when you say it out loud, that sounds stupid as hell, but somehow it just works.
It works, and it's fun and cool and shit. The designs were great. I remember when I first saw those trailers that they were putting out, the cinematic trailers, and I was like, "Is this a Pixar movie?"
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I just said. Like, man. It
was my bad. I'm sorry. I took off my headphones real quick.
I said that earlier, man. It was like, is this a Pixar film? But it was not.
Yeah. I'm going with Overwatch, you guys. Like, I love Super Metroid. But we've got Super Mario World and Link to the Past on here. Like,
Super Metroid.
Those games overshadow Super Metroid by a pretty good amount.
I wanted Super Metroid on this list specifically because of the Metroidvania kind of style of games. It's it's another genre-defining game that mixes, exploration and backtracking and RPG elements and everything else. It's kind of like the proto. To me, in some way, it's like kind of like the proto Soulsborne games. Like. In a lot of those games, you have to go back and forth, through different areas, in the same areas, and go pick up something, and the game changes as you go along. That said, I know you guys are going Overwatch. It's hard not to say Overwatch because of just how much fun the game is, and and I'll give you one. Both of the games are really enjoyable to watch. I love speedruns of Super Metroid. I love the randomizer speedruns of Super Metroid, but I love Overwatch League too, and it's such a fun competitive game to watch and to play. And I get hyped for both. This is going to be this would be another coin toss, but for time's sake, I'm just going to go ahead and say Overwatch.
Mm-hmm. But Super Metroid, definitely fantastic game. And people should definitely watch whenever Austin Games Done's Quick. We'll share the link even when they do it again.
Well, Summer Games Done Quick is coming up soon-ish. So
yeah,
Awesome is during the Christmas season or the holiday, and there's summer. Yeah, but definitely watch it because it is so fucking good.
Yeah,
we'll share the link when it comes out because
it's a fun time, and of course, if you donate, like you're helping out. So. It's for a good cause, and it's fun to watch.
Mm-hmm.
The last two games for tonight.
Go. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Pete. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. What are you gonna say?
Well, no. Go ahead and announce the games first, because I got something to say about this.
All right. So the last two games that we're gonna go on this bracket for this episode is going to be one of the pinnacles of the action game genres. Versus, I believe, in my opinion, the pinnacle of console FPS. God of War versus Halo 2.
Okay, my question is: this the new God of War, the most
No,
recent one?
this. I mean, it can
I
be.
think it's the old.
I'm gonna say right now, I haven't played the new God of War. I really want to. I just haven't sat down to do it. I don't have a copy of it. I only know a little bit of spoilers, so chill.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
But,
Well,
like, honestly, I think this is the old school God of War. This-
Okay, if this is the first God of War, damn, this is a good one.
Well, because also like God of War, the first one, and like the most recent remake, they're completely different games. They are
Mhm.
different,
yeah.
100%.
Okay.
But like, yeah, God of War, man, dude, that was a phenomenon on its own. Came out of nowhere, honestly. Who would
Yeah.
have thought this game would be like what it is now today? It's like so iconic. Like, I was taken like blown away by it. It was just like, this is violent. There's like you get hell for something by having sex with people. It's like, what is this game? Like, it's ridiculous.
I actually have an issue with games that are violent for no reason.
Oh.
But
You had a reason, like he had a very good reason. If you're
yeah,
gonna
okay. The brutality and stuff of this game, it went so well with the character. He didn't do it because he enjoyed it or anything like that. He did it because he was fucking mad.
Hell yeah.
yeah, dude, he was angry as hell, dude.
Yeah,
And,
like,
that's why
and
it's like, I can't hate the guy. Like,
it just takes me out of the experience when a game is like super violent to the point where it kind of like overlaps everything else about the game.
Violence,
like man,
Yeah.
like where it's a parody of like what it's supposed to be doing.
Yeah, like, I mean, this is not including Mortal Kombat because it's fucking Mortal Kombat. That game was built upon pushing that envelope, and so that's already it's got it. But back when that game came out, like I said, super violent games just kind of turned me off to it. Usually because it was they would sacrifice something like storyline or gameplay just for the violence. This game didn't do either of that. The story is ridiculously good. If you guys don't know it, it's Kratos goes to Sparta, wants to get revenge on a bunch of gods. That's
Because they made
pretty.
they made him kill his family.
Yeah, it was a TLDR version, Pete. But thank you.
Yeah.
it's an old
No,
game.
no, like, it's
They should know the story by now.
yeah,
yeah.
there's other stuff or whatever without giving out too much of the game if you haven't played it. If you haven't played it, you should. I'm pretty sure it's available to play in like some kind of trilogy or something. But even the sequels for them were great. God of War is a really damn good game.
It's hard to
Yes.
argue anything you guys are saying against God of War, and then just kind of just bringing up Halo 2.
Yeah, that's where I kind of slip off the conversation or whatever because
Well,
I think
Pete
I
has a
played
very
Halo 2.
interesting story about Halo 2. 'Cause
Yeah, I
remember
think I
correctly,
played
Pete-
Halo 2, but I don't remember it. What I do remember
Pete-
though
No, go
is
ahead.
Halo Reach.
It's not on the list. We're not gonna talk about that.
Well, you know what, guys? Okay, look. I'll cut you
No.
guys. I'll cut you guys a deal. I'll cut you guys one deal. We'll change the Halo Reach.
No.
No,
It's
because
only
this is
Halo
one
2.
of your favorite
We're
games.
not gonna desecrate the bracket. We're not gonna desecrate this tournament, even though we want to.
Look,
We're gonna keep it at Halo 2.
there's
Because
there's a reason
I
why I
agree.
pushed Halo 2 so hard, and it's because it is one of the only games in recent memory where it defined the way that we connect with people in the way that while World of Warcraft connects with PC players, Halo 2 I do believe connected with console gamers. It was the biggest online console game of all time back when it came out in 2005 2004
2004, 2003, something like that.
yeah, so it's such an amazing game it's such an amazing online game, and it's such a simple game too. All the mechanics are pretty much they're pretty much fair. I'm gonna say pretty much with quotes because if you're a pro, you know how to do the BXR move and all this other bullshit. But it's the most important console game of all time in my opinion, and it only stems off because Halo 1 was so good at first, and they borrowed a lot of shit from GoldenEye. And GoldenEye was like the most important like FPS on console for so many years.
Yeah.
Which isn't on the list, by the way, but should have.
No, it shouldn't have because that game is trash.
No, it's
Go back and play it, Eddie. Go back and play it, dude. That game is so fucking hard to play. I don't know how the hell we did it when we were like 10 years old, dude.
I don't either. It's a really bad game in my opinion.
Yeah.
So like Trey, you're a Jaws player. Pete, you're an odd job player. What's going on here, man?
I played to win. I gotta say, I played to win. Halo 2 to me is special because, I mean, I lost myself in that game the same way that I lost myself in World of Warcraft. And
he played hooky, Trey. You missed school that day to go get it.
I did.
You did. High school.
I did. Yeah.
Our mom literally.
I get it. I skipped school to go buy a Wii, so I get it.
Yeah, my mom. I literally told my mom, "Hey, I'm not going to school this week on this day, and we're going to San Antonio because I pre-ordered this game." And she looked at me like I was fucking stupid. And she was like, "Peter, like, are you serious right now?" And I'm like, "Yeah, Mom, I'm not going to school. I want to go buy this game." Like, I was like, this is like one of the most important things in my life. We go and we get the game at EB Games because it was still EB Games back then. And
Hell yeah.
And then she's like, "Well, I don't know what's so great about this." And I'm like, "Mom, like, shut the fuck up, okay?" You don't know. You obviously don't know what the fuck you're talking. No, I didn't tell her.
I think you had to consider a mom. You had to like clean up or do like you had to do something. You had to clean something.
Yeah, I did have to do something, but like I mean, I missed school, and then everybody's like, "Oh, did you go get fucking Halo 2?" And I was like, "Yeah, I did actually." And then
dude, and I remember,
proud.
I'm a grade lower than him. I still went to school, and I just thought it was so weird. It's like they literally dropped me off, and like they went to San Antonio. They went to this game, and I went to school.
Yeah.
I just ran home. I ran home because I wanted to see him play Halo 2, dude. I literally stayed home to go watch this crap, and I was just like, my God. Like, what the hell?
Yeah, when I put the game in, I was like, dude, I'm going to update it. When Andy gets home, we're going to fucking co-op this bitch. Andy came home with like fucking 10 of our friends just so we could play Halo 2. Like legit. It was so good. We would have like little LAN get-togethers sometimes, and the online was huge. I mean, like when we talk about like thousands of hours of gameplay, I played Halo 2 until I was like in my 20s.
Oh shit.
So it's special in my heart. I mean, God of War is great. I love the story. I love the mechanics. I love what it did to the genre. It was an Americanized Japanese action RPG, action game. But Halo 2 is just so much better than that. And in my opinion, I got to give it to Halo 2. It kind of just made the console FPS. They made it what it is today. Call of Duty is very derivative of Medal of Honor series for a reason. It's like much more grounded in reality and shit like that. But they get a lot, from Halo 2 also. And you can't just deny that Halo 2 didn't change the way we play and connect with other people. I mean, literally, and again, this is one of those games where, Modern Warfare 2, I still have friends that I play with today from Halo 2, which was 17 years ago. So that's kind of a fucking trip, in my opinion. And I'm sorry, I just got to go Halo 2, 100%.
Andy,
this is actually really hard because, man, this is really hard. But I'm gonna have to go Halo 2 too, man. Like that game was just so different, and like eventually I got my own Xbox and my own copy of the game because of Halo 2. Because VMP used to share consoles. This is the first time in like our history growing up where I actually had to get my very own Xbox, my very own copy of Halo.
And your very own TV too. And he didn't even have a TV in his room.
Yeah, I didn't have a TV in my room
Yeah,
either.
and
Like
you
I
had to
just
go. Yeah, we had to. I mean, like we told our mom like, hey, like, yeah, we need this to work with
we're
this,
tired
work
of
with
split
this.
because we would split screen like online. I also had my own Xbox account, like, and we'd split screen like online, and I'm like, this isn't work. And I was like, I'm a lot better if I have like the screen. And like at the time, we'll probably get into this later on as we talk about this game because it's gonna advance. I'm sorry, but Halo 2 is gonna advance. But the clan system, absolutely game changer. It changed my life. I made a lot of friends online that I would not even talk to in real life. Like as a 14-year-old, as a like 15-year-old talking to a 34-year-old guy from Kentucky and a 12-year-old and some dude that I hate that went to Alaska and would talk so much crap about me.
Oh yeah.
Get out of here, man. Like it's changed my life, dude. It made me like, oh man, there's people out here that are just like me. That it's just like I don't know, like Halo 2, man. Just Halo 2. We'll
I
get into it, but yeah.
no, I'm not biased towards either of these games. I'm pretty sure I played Halo 2, and I'm pretty sure I liked it. I'm gonna go with Halo 2 because as cool as God of War was, being able to play multiplayer was like amazing for me. Like we were kids. It was the first time like a client actually worked really well, and
Yeah.
we really enjoyed ourselves playing with other people. We actually got to talk to each other. It was amazing. I'll go with Halo 2. Halo 2 is it's hands down. Is it better than Overwatch?
Yeah. Oof, that's another. Holy shit!
You know what I
Yeah.
hate about this bracket? When now that we're done with like the first like round, 16 are gone. We have 16 left.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
It's probably gonna get harder.
let's
harder.
let me go over the games that are left, and we can call it. MVC 2 versus Bloodborne, Sonic 2 versus WoW, Uncharted 2 versus Metal Gear Solid, Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 versus Mega Man 2, Link to the Past versus Skyrim, Melee versus Mario Kart, Pokemon Yellow versus Super Mario World,
That one triggers me.
Oh shit, that one's gonna be rough.
and Overwatch versus Halo 2. Yeah, this is a stacked bracket, man, and it's gonna be super hard to pick, any of these games, to be honest with you. But these games are advancing, and we'll have another episode as soon as possible. And yeah, like, if you're here from the start, because I know we didn't have a lot of viewers, and if you're watching this on VOD, well, one, this is the end of the video, and thanks for tuning in and listening to us gab about video games. This was really fun though, and
It's very nostalgic. I had no idea. Like all these memories are just coming back.
Yeah. That Johnny Joe story. You got to keep telling it, dude.
yeah, hilarious, dude. I'm telling you, he dumped like $5, and then he's all like, "Man, fuck Andy." And he was trying to impress his girlfriend actually, and then Andy was just in there, just like, whatever. I'm just gonna. And then he was like so laser focused, like, oh, and I remember too, some girls like trying to hit on Andy when he was like winning and shit, and he was all like, yeah, whatever, like I'm just trying to play.
I like those girls. It's like, I don't know what it is. It's Eddie Gordo tonight. We gotta get.
I don't know why I have like a real specific recollection. I guess it's because he clowned on Johnny so hard that it was just like, damn, I gotta remember this for the rest of my life. But like, yeah, it was hilarious. And then like,
I don't know what it was too, because Johnny's also really good at Tekken, but I don't know what it was, man. I was just on fire. That like you're playing that video game that one day, and you're just like, you're just dominating. You're on fire. You're unstoppable. Like that was me that day on Tekken Tag Tournament.
And I remember even like I dumped money into it too. I was like, I'm gonna fuck this dude up. Fuck Andy. And I couldn't win either. And I was like, you know what? I still gotta have enough money to like go drink. So
but yeah, I would have beat him. Anyway, thanks a lot, you guys.
All right.
Seriously, this was a lot of fun. I think we can, Pete, if you want to like eventually just send me the list and stuff, I can try and no offense, Andy, it's only because you don't have a working laptop. I can try and set up that bracket again or whatever, and we can screen share off of my screen.
Hold on a second. I'm gonna try something. Give me 1 second.
Oh, he's gonna switch to the laptop because it finally started working. Oh, look, there he is. Look, yeah.
Look, it's gonna take. Oh,
I hear you.
yeah.
Well. The picture's not coming up, but
Jesus Christ,
right.
dude, you sound crunchy.
well. Now it works at the end of the stream.
Move the mic away
It's
from your
too
mouth.
close to
Oh
your
my
mouth.
god.
You're eating it.
Okay, how about now? Is that better?
No, it's
No.
Is that better?
Yes.
The mic's bad. We'll work on it.
Jesus
Work on it.
Christ.
Is that better?
No,
Stop. Okay,
Okay.
we should end. We need to end this before Andy blows out somebody's eardrums, dude.
Yeah, seriously, holy shit. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you didn't tune in, I know we didn't have a lot of viewers. It's Saturday. Saturday streams are kind of hard. Not a lot of folks tune in. I think our most successful stream was probably at least a Lamb stream on Wednesday. So maybe we'll try to do this again on a Wednesday, maybe on a Thursday, sometime during the week where we can just kind of chill and everybody can just but not this Wednesday because Kong versus Godzilla is coming out, so don't bother me.
Oh man, are we gonna do a Sandro makes comments?
Spoiler alert, but yeah. Also, Wednesday's my birthday, so yeah.
Oh yeah, I already got you something. You're good.
Okay.
Or I'm good.
But yeah, no. Oh, spoiler alert! Yeah, I am. That's the next video. It's Kong versus Godzilla. There
Sweet.
you go.
I'm looking forward to it.
I'm also working on some stuff. I've got several reviews actually in the pipeline for those of you who did watch Turtles Week. Appreciate it, because actually that's probably the most views we've gotten in a long time, and also the most subs. So very profitable week if you want to look at it that way.
Sure.
The next time we have a theme week, everybody's going to be involved. So we'll have a bunch of shit out there for you just at once.
Yes, and keep going, P, if you have something else to share.
No, I mean, I was just going to remind everybody that we are on Facebook, Too Good Con Universe, at Too Good Con Universe. If you look us up on the search bar, we do come up. So, just give us a like on there, give us a follow. Be sure to click the follow on the Facebook. That way you're getting our notifications on our posts. Our engagement's pretty low. We've got like 55 people that like the page right now, and not a lot of people are actually.
That's pretty good, actually. I was very surprised. I was like, 50 people like this page already?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, the likes went up very quickly. But if you do like the page and stuff, hit the follow button. We want to engage with you guys. We want to find out your opinions on stuff before we put it out there. So that's going to be the easiest way for us to do it until we get more subscribers.
Yeah.
So,
and I think to kind of pose it a little bit as well, we can probably put up a poll and find out which day of the week is going to work best for everybody. That way we're able to, have everybody here at the same time.
Yeah,
and,
we can set up maybe even set up a scheduled day. That way we can do it. Yeah.
Then that way everybody's kind of aware of like, hey, there's going to be a stream this day, and this is what we're going to talk about. But yeah, we like to keep everybody involved. We want to keep our audience engaged. So yeah, hit us up on there. We would love to have you guys, come in and tell us where we fucked up on this thing. And please catch us on the VOD. I'll be posting it. We can post it all week. I mean, because you really can't watch this, the second one without the first one. I mean, you technically could, but you'd miss out on a lot of.
You don't want to.
Yeah, you don't want to. And I guess also I'm kind of still toying around with the idea of actually putting up audio only on Spotify. It's free, so that's kind of one of the things where I kind of want to get into. But again, I'll put that all on Facebook. Just kind of see, kind of do a little bit of feeling out. See if that's.
I want to talk to you more about that whole Spotify thing. That's a really good idea. I had no idea it was free.
Yeah.
No, it's for you though.
Oh, and I'm going to keep on streaming on YouTube. If you guys actually do like it, please let me know. It's still a thing that I'm testing and trying to get up right. I do have a couple VODs up already. Yep. If you enjoy them, like them, please. And comment. Let me know if you guys want to join. I'm almost at the multiplayer part. I would love to be able to play with you viewers. It'd be fun.
I would watch the hell if you play with Alfred. Alfred
Yeah, Alfred has it. Bert actually got his copy today. My brother has it.
No, I'm just kidding. Bert's great. He's a good.
Yeah. But I'm gonna try and set up a little more want to interact with people in games. So
Absolutely.
if you guys have the game, let me know. I will be more than happy to share my friend code with you and start lobbies up. We should be able to get that going within a few more days.
Yeah.
So
And I'm also debating doing live figure reviews also. So this would be kind of like, hey, I'm not in front of the camera. I put the camera down in, my usual review area. I've got a new layout, new desk. So there's a lot more room to play with, and yeah, we'll kind of check that out. We're still feeling out this whole thing anyway. But of course, if anybody has any suggestions, whether you want us to do it here on the YouTube channel, do you want to watch us on Twitch, or do you want to watch us on Facebook even, I'm not opposed to any of those. I'm pretty flexible, so whatever.
All right.
yeah, thanks a lot, guys, for joining us today.
Yes.
We hope you can join us again. If you enjoyed any of this, any part of it, like it. If you want to see more of it, subscribe. And if you hated it,
Comment below
Send
and
it-
send all your hate to Trey.
yeah,
There you go.
and send it to somebody you hate
There
because
you go.
maybe they'll like it.
There you go. Stay safe, stay healthy. Wear a fucking mask, for fuck's sake. Holy shit. I go to Walmart sometimes, guys, and there's like nobody wearing masks anymore.
But second of all,
people.
it's kind of gross. It's kind of gross.
Take care of
So-
yourselves. This is Party Pete and Lissandros and the TreyPewPews signing off. So